Welcome to Easy to Love Yoga with Shanna. In this chair yoga class, we're going to focus mostly on upper body postures. So we're going to use a chair and a yoga strap. So if you don't have a yoga strap available, please grab a necktie. So we're going to start class by coming seated forward in our chair. Our glutes are on the chair, hamstrings hanging off the chair. Feet are flat in front of us on the floor, nice 90-degree bend at the knees. Thinking about having a nice tall posture here, sitting tall in the chair, resting your hands on your lap, closing your eyes, and bringing your attention now to your breath. And just notice when you inhale, if you're allowing the belly to rise, breathing deeply. Taking a moment now to scan the body, starting at the crown of the head, working all the way down to the toes. Noticing any areas you need to be mindful of as you move through this practice. It could be an old or a new injury that's bothering you. Please remember, if a pose does not feel comfortable, you do not need to do the pose. Simply wait for us to move on to the next thing. It's important to always keep yourself safe in this or any other practice. Moving on now to our 4 square breathing exercise. Starting with an inhale through the nose of 4, 3, 2, 1. Retain your breath. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale through the nose. 4, 3, 2, 1. Retain the emptiness. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Retain. Exhale. Retain. Inhale. Retain. Exhale. Retain. Inhale, notice your posture. Retain. Exhale. Retain. Inhale. Retain. Exhale. Retain. Returning now to your regular breath, and just notice if you're breathing deeply. Gently open your eyes. Ensure your strap is not too close to your neck. Just have it draped loosely over your shoulders. We're going to start by bringing our left ear towards our left shoulder, feeling a nice stretch in the side of the neck. If you'd like a little extra here, you can take your hand and just bring the weight of your hand to the top of your head. We're not applying any additional pressure here, just the weight of your hand is sufficient. One more breath here. Release the hand and return the head to center. And this time, right ear towards right shoulder. Once again, if you did on the other side, you can bring the weight of your hand to the top of your head without applying any pressure here. One more breath. Releasing the hand, returning the head to center. This time, bringing the chin up, looking up at the ceiling, chin coming up. So we stretch the front of our neck. One more breath here. Returning to our starting position. And this time, bringing the chin in towards the chest, stretching the back of the neck. One more breath, and let's return to center. Now we're just going to start by rolling out the wrists. It's important to keep the wrists healthy. We rely on them every day for so many activities, including being on our computer and using our phones. Let's roll in the opposite direction. Now we're going to make a stop sign with the right hand and just bring gentle pressure to the fingertips, stopping at that sensation of the stretch in the lower part of the wrist. So as soon as you feel that stretch, that's where you need to stop. One more breath here. And this time let's lower those fingers, once again bringing gentle pressure, now feeling the sensation of the stretch along the top of the wrist. For any stretch we do in class, we always stop at that first sensation of the stretch, whether it's a twist or an individual pose. Stopping at that first sensation includes twisting, bending, reaching. Any movement we do during class, always keep yourself safe, stopping at that first sensation. And now changing hands, making a gentle stop sign with the left hand, bringing slight pressure to the fingertips just until we can feel that sensation of the stretch in the lower part of the wrist. And now lowering the fingers, once again bringing that gentle pressure to the fingers, feeling that sensation of the stretch along the top of the wrist. One more breath here. And let's release and just roll in one direction. And rolling in the opposite direction. Beautiful. Now we're just going to take our hands and bring them forward. And once again, we're going to lower those fingers down, feeling that stretch along the top of the wrist. Bring those hands back up to stop signs, feeling the sensation of the stretch in the bottom of the wrist. Lowering the fingers, lifting the fingers. One more time, lowering the fingers and lifting the fingers. And let's roll it out again in one direction and rolling it the opposite way. Now we're going to bring our palms together in front in prayer position. We're going to lower our fingers forward. We're going to bring the backs of our hands together, and then we're going to circle back through to our starting position. So again, slowly lower the fingers forward, bring the backs of the hands together and circle through. And now at your own pace with a little more fluidity, we're just going to go and do the same thing, bringing the fingers forward, backs of hands together and circle through. Just working the wrists in a different way. Taking your time here, mindfully doing this stretch. We're not in any sort of hurry. One more of these, and we're going to stop when we reach prayer position. Now we're going to change direction, which is going to feel unusual because we don't normally move towards the body like this. So draw the fingers slightly towards the body, backs of the hands together, and circle through. Again, slowly, fingers towards us, backs of hands together, and circle through. And now at your own pace, just bringing the fingers towards the body, backs of hands together, and circling through. Let's do 3 more of these. Last one. Beautiful, and stopping in prayer. Now we're just going to take our fingers and we're going to bring our fingers slightly to the right. Just holding here. Coming back to center. And now bringing the fingers slightly to the left. Coming back to center, fingers again to the right. Back to center, and fingers to the left. And bringing back to center, and let's just roll out the wrists in one direction, and rolling in the opposite direction, and give it a little shake. Beautiful, and let's take that strap off of our shoulders. We're going to take that strap nice and wide, wider than hip width apart, balancing on our thumb, closing over top of the strap with our fingers. We're going to lower that strap down to our knees. We're going to do a couple of rounds of cow and cat breath, and we're going to utilize the strap. So we're going to inhale, lifting that strap up, lifting our gaze to the ceiling, opening the chest up, looking up into cow. And we're going to exhale into cat, arching your back towards the back of the chair as you lower the strap towards your knees. Inhaling to cow, lifting the strap, lifting your chest, lifting up your gaze as you inhale. Exhale to cat, arching the back as you lower the strap towards the knees. Inhale to cow, lifting, looking up. Exhale to cat, arching the back, lowering the strap. One more round just like this. Inhale up to cow. Exhale to cat. Now we're going to add a change. So we're going to inhale to cow, lift the left foot off of the ground. Exhale to cat, place that foot back down. Inhale to cow, the right foot comes off of the ground. Exhale to cat, we place the foot back down. Inhale to cow, lift the left foot. Exhale to cat, lower the foot. Inhale to cow, lift the right foot. Exhale to cat, lower the foot. One more round. Inhale to cow, lift the left foot. Exhale to cat, lower the foot. Inhale to cow, lift the foot. Exhale to cat and lower. Beautiful. We're just going to rest the strap across our legs for a moment. We're going to draw one arm across the body, relaxing the shoulder and just supporting underneath the elbow here. Sitting nice and tall in your chair, still breathing deeply. Now we're going to take that hand and reach up, bring it back and touch down to the shoulders. Once again, bring gentle pressure under the elbow and have the elbow close to the head, pointed upward if you can. Sitting nice and tall. One more breath here. And release, and we'll bring the opposite arm across the body, relaxing the shoulder, supporting gently under the elbow. One more breath here. Let's bring that hand really reaching up, touching back to the shoulder, supporting under the elbow and bringing the elbow close to the head and pointed upward if you can. Sitting nice and tall. One more breath. Beautiful, and let's just relax. We're going to pick up that strap one more time. Balancing the strap on your thumbs with fingers closing over, wider than hip width apart. We're going to start down by our knees. We're going to inhale up, and this time for a change, we're going to exhale and bring the strap down behind us. Inhale, reaching that strap up. Exhaling, bringing that strap down behind us. Now you can bring your hands wider on that strap if it's too intense when you lower behind. Inhaling up, exhaling behind. Inhaling up, exhaling behind. Inhaling up, exhaling behind. Inhaling up, and this time for a change, we're going to do a 10 count lower behind. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lifting up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Sitting nice and tall in your chair. Now, looking up through the strap, I'd like you to rotate gently to the right, stopping at that first sensation of the stretch, gazing up at the ceiling beyond the strap, holding here, breathing deeply. One more breath here. And let's return to our starting position at center, still looking up at the ceiling beyond the strap. And this time, rotate slightly to the other side, looking up through the strap at the ceiling. Sitting tall, breathing deeply. One more breath here. Slowly rotating to center. This time we're going to lower our right hand, bringing our left hand to the sky. As soon as we can look beyond the left hand, holding here, gazing up at the ceiling. One more breath. Slowly coming back to center, both hands are up. And now allowing the left hand to lower, right hand rises up. And as soon as you can look beyond the right hand at the ceiling, stopping there. Slowly coming back to center and lowering that strap. Beautiful. Now we're going to bring both hands forward. We're going to follow our elbow with our eyes. So we're going to take our left hand and draw it back, elbow back to the chair, following it with our gaze and bringing it forward. And now we're going to take our right elbow to touch the chair, following with our gaze, bringing it forward. Left elbow back, bring it forward. Right elbow back, bring it forward. Once more on each side, left elbow touches the chair, following with your gaze, bring it forward. Right elbow back, following with your gaze, bring it forward. Lower the hands to the legs. This time we're going to take our left hand to our right knee, bring the opposite arm behind you on the chair, sitting nice and tall in the chair. On an exhale, twist and look over your shoulder, holding here for 8 rounds of breath. One more round of breath here. And very gently release, coming back to our starting position. This time, right hand to left knee, opposite arm behind you in the chair, sitting tall. On an exhale, twist and look over the shoulder, holding 8 rounds of breath. One more round of breath here. And slowly releasing, coming back to center. Let's roll the shoulders out a couple times to the back. And changing directions, rolling a couple times to the front. Beautiful. Now we're just going to bring our feet slightly forward, still flat-footed on the ground. We're just going to lower one elbow to the knee and bring the opposite arm up and over. I'd like you to look beyond your fingers up at the ceiling. Breathing deeply. One more breath here. And slowly coming back up into a seated position. And now take the opposite elbow down to the knee. Arm comes up, looking beyond the fingers at the ceiling. One more breath here. And coming back to center. This time our right hand is going to grab the edge of our chair. Left hand comes to the sky, really stretching and reaching as if you're trying to touch the ceiling with the fingertips. Turning this into a side bend, still looking up at the ceiling through the fingers. And returning that hand upwards towards the ceiling. Now the hand in the sky is going to come down and grab the chair, opposite arm, reaching up, stretching as if you're trying to touch the ceiling with the fingers. And turning that into a side bend, still looking up at the ceiling beyond the fingers. Coming back to center and lowering down. Having your hands free at your side, bringing your feet a little bit closer, 90-degree bend at the knees once again. We're going to inhale and shrug up, and exhale and release the shoulders down. Inhale and shrug, exhale and release. Inhale, shrug, exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, shrug, exhale, release. Placing your hands on your lap once again, sitting tall in your chair, closing your eyes, noticing your breath. Once again, doing a scan of the body, starting at the crown of the head, working all the way down to the toes, Just noticing if any sensations have changed from the scan you did at the start of class. Perhaps they have, perhaps they haven't. Just notice, no judgment. Bringing your hands together at heart center. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with this practice, for taking mindful time to do this upper body movement on the chair. I hope you have a beautiful day and you realize it really is easy to love yoga. Namaste.